It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, it'll be no holds barred between NFC North rivals. It's the Bears and the Vikings, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000 spectators, and they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Gaudin joined as always by Charles Davis. Well, CD, you look at the Bears in this one. They think they can run the football in this one, but there's a group on the other sideline that thinks otherwise.
Yeah, it's always intriguing when you pit an offense against a defense. It seems like they can cancel each other out. We've got a top 5 rushing offense against a top 5 defense. So a lot of times it comes down to execution and maybe a little bit of that what coaches call 1-2.
Season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions. But they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
They start the drive with Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. Room here, and nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Yeah, we saw that from up here, CD. A tug on the face mask, and the flag comes out.
And we saw that last week they had some defensive miscues like that. And they told us that they had worked hard on it in practice and thought they had it all cleaned up. But obviously the message hasn't really sunk in.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Madison is in. Touchdown, Minnesota. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021 out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 18 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they do any type of a change-up.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win. But depth for a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
To throw is Fields. That's complete to Mooney. That he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
We hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. It's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely was, and we all know where it started. At the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield creating extra blocks for them.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big play there on the catch and run. 69 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. First down, here's the run with Cook. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. The sack coming from big Dalvin Tomlinson. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. To about the 35, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They run the counter with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, a run with Herbert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. 21-0 our score after one. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Fields. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, but keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. On 3rd down, Herbert. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 48 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Fields on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. 3rd and long. It's Fields. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Santos' kick is up and through, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. A big play there for Minnesota. 57 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
as usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on second down. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins got an open man, finding Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are able to add on to their first-half lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Throwing on 3rd down. Fields. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Here's Jones. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and the Bears take over. Coming up in prime time here in Week 5, a couple of division rivalries on the docket, beginning tonight in the AFC North with the Bengals and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow, Monday Night Football, Raiders and Chiefs from Arrowhead in the AFC West. On 1st down, Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Fields now to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Fields. He's going to go up top again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. 4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. He's been a busy man here in this 1st half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Vikings going to take over now late in this 1st half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this. But you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half.
And Johnson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So 6 seconds, all that remains in this first half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A final shot before the break. Fields.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
Taking it about the 1.
Now Jones.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Out of the gun, Fields. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
From the 24, Fields. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Chicago.
Back to throw, Fields. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 38-yard line.
Here's Fields. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Fields throwing again. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. 66 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Cousins now to throw on 1st down. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw, Cousins. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he will have a Vikings first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. now the Bears coming out as they get ready. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They certainly aren't living up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Fields. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Lewis C. And the Vikings will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day.
Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. On the return is Jones from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Ben Ellefson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 6-touchdown lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
Now Fields. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. Around the NFL, 3rd quarter from Foxborough. The Patriots, they've widened their lead even further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
72 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Stuck for a loss by the safety, Eddie Jackson.
On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And this will be a Bears 1st down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards and a Chicago 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A handoff for Herbert. He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 4. Here's a give to Herbert, and he'll get nothing out of that one. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on and they're ready for this next series. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 82 yards rushing for him now as this sensational afternoon continues.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Boy, another big play late here for offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Eddie Jackson with a tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there's no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offensive